What up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. You can get up to 100 times your money.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code SPOTIFY. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop early holiday deals now.
It's generic porn.
Yeah. I'm laughing at what a TikTok reel that's going to make.
Yeah. Kind of like don't want to know the answer, but also I do. But also I don't.
So then I had to tell my husband later. Like, my hands are supposed to just think about it. And I said to him, I'm sure he's a very good landscaper. In fact, I know he is because my parents' garden is amazing. He cannot landscape our garden. He's like, why? I said, because I know him. He's like, right. I'm like, no, I know him.
Biblically.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon.
This is the podcast that navigates the challenges and absurdities of 40-something life and solves all of your dilemmas.
Or we do attempt to.
Every episode, we discuss your problems, issues, rants that you have very kindly shared with us, and we also divulge our own stories about our own mess of navigating midlife. So, how's it going this week? Have you been 40-ish this week?
I've been, I think, peak 40-ish.
Peak?
Yep. Two things have happened.
Peak.
At time of recording, I don't know when this is going out, but at time of recording, September 26th, I booked my Christmas Ocado slot. Hashtag winning.
When do they get released? Hashtag September the 26th.
September, maybe 24th.
What took you 2 days?
I kind of just forgot it was happening.
Do you put that in your diary?
No, but
So
I'm
how do you
always
know?
aware. I'm just aware. I'm aware. Late September, get it in. Then I get the following text message from my mother. Just booked my Christmas Waitrose order. Lots of slots already booked. Have you done yours yet? Way ahead of you, I said. Did it last week. She replies, no one likes a clever dick. I like that she gave me the heads up.
Which slot did you get?
Well,
We're all on the edge of our seats.
I always get the 23rd. Because then I'm like, if there's that thing of X, Y, Z.
Where you need to pop to Waitrose.
Precisely.
But you don't do Christmas Day. But
I do Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
So it's
you do a big thing on Christmas Eve.
I do. So I need that slot to see me through. So feeling quite smug about that. Yeah, very 40ish. What have you done?
I haven't done my Christmas shop.
You need to book that slot now.
No, I don't.
I know you're going away.
Because I'm going to be in the Caribbean. And guess
Fuck
what?
you.
I feel very smug about that. Who's more smug now?
Fuck you.
I'll tell you what I did this week.
But you know what? You're in the Caribbean, but you can't come to my party.
Do you know what? That is the only downside to being in the Caribbean, because there aren't many at
There
Christmas
aren't many.
time.
To be honest, if I was going to the Caribbean, I'd miss my own Christmas Eve party for that.
But if I was doing a party and you were in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
you'd also feel a bit like, oh, that's a shame I'm
I'd
missing
feel
that.
a bit of FOMO, but also I'd be in the Caribbean, so I'd be all right.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, you'll be
That's
fine.
exactly where I'm
You're
at.
going to be just fine.
I will cope.
Try hard.
Maybe we'll FaceTime
Okay, that'd be nice.
whilst I'm on the beach.
Yeah, I'll be in my like George Michael Wham Christmas jumper that I always wear.
You don't wear that to your Christmas, but I have been to one of your
I have
Christmas
worn
parties
it.
before.
Yeah.
And you get more glammed up than
Sometimes
that.
I go glam, and then the odd year I just go like Christmas.
You know
sweatshirt
what? No,
retro.
that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
Well, okay, you're right. I shouldn't have called you a liar. I apologise. I don't mean it, because you're not a liar by any means.
Thanks.
What I mean is you always err on the side of glamour. And I love that about you.
Thanks. In fact,
So if you're
last year-
hosting, you're definitely doing the glam thing.
Last year, Ollie said, I think you've gone a bit over the top. He said that before the first guest arrived.
What were you wearing?
I was fucking fuming. That's
Yeah.
what I was. And then the first guest arrived and he was like, you look fantastic. And I was like, see, you see. What was I wearing? I was wearing an asymmetrical red silk full-length dress.
Oh, like a ball gown.
Not like a ball gown, like a... Imagine if you were in like Marrakesh at Christmas, that kind of vibe.
That's weird because you're in London.
Yeah, I know, but it was like very floaty, bright red, one-shouldered, full length.
I know the dress.
It was great.
I know that
and
dress.
I wore massive gold earrings.
You wore that dress to a party I threw once.
Yes, I did. It's a great dress, right?
That is quite a dress for a Christmas Eve party.
It's fucking Christmas Eve. I'm hosting. It's red. I felt like wearing it.
You know
and
what?
I did.
You look fucking great in that dress. I've only
Thanks.
seen you in it once.
Thanks.
I would like to see you in it again.
Well, you won't be because I wore it last Christmas Eve.
So I had a funny thing. This is not what's the 40ish thing that's happened to me. But I've had a dress in my wardrobe for months and months.
Yeah.
And every time, you know, when you put something on and then you think, oh no, I don't know if I love this, hate this. I really don't know. So I take it off. And then when I show my kids, they're like, what are you wearing? You look disgusting. Anyway, I put it on.
Lovely, yeah.
I had 26 people over for a lunch. And I thought, if I don't wear this now, today, this very day, it's never, ever going to be worn. And I really didn't feel comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you, even my uncle,
Yeah.
who's
Uncle
in his...
Irving.
Uncle Irving, who's in his 70s,
Yeah.
even he was like, you look lovely and colourful. What a lovely dress. Even my uncle. It went down so well, this dress, that I'm like, okay, the dress is a keeper.
Great.
Yeah.
But also now everyone's seen it.
Well, only my family. You haven't seen it.
I'd love to see it.
Socials haven't seen it.
I would love to see it.
I'm thinking of wearing it for the awards that we've got coming up.
Please do.
Don't know if I've got the guts. It's very out there. Anyway,
Please do wear it.
the most 40ish thing that's happened to me this week
Yep.
is something that made me feel more like an adult, responsible adult than ever before. I wormed the dog. Now, I worm the dog. This is not news. I worm the dog every 30 days.
Do you? You are diligent.
You've got to worm your dog.
I worm the dog when I remember to worm the dog.
You know, you are weirdly relaxed about things you shouldn't be weirdly relaxed about, like
worms-
parking tickets.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Like, it's weird, but you're so diligent and like responsible about other things. Anyway, I worm the dog.
Good.
Every 30 days, I have a note in
Excellent.
my phone, a
Yep.
reminder in my phone, it pops up.
Yeah.
And as I was worming her,
Yeah.
I mean, for people that don't have a dog, all you do is give them a pill.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with worms or
You don't
bums
actually
or anything.
stick your hand up anything.
No.
So it's not difficult.
And
But
so-
as I'm
and
like
they like
breaking
them.
the pill up, she loves it.
Yeah, they're like meaty flavour
I
pills.
always make it like a treat.
Yeah,
Sit,
yeah.
paw.
Yeah, same.
Then
Yeah.
she gobbles it up and she's looking at me and licking her lips, looking
Yeah.
for more. And I'm like, you know what? I've wormed an animal today. Life
for
is
you.
I am adulting.
You are properly adulting life there.
I really am.
And also, the truth is, no one else in the household is ever going to worm the dog.
Never.
Never.
They're not. So then I went round the house saying, yes, okay, thank you, everybody. I've wormed the dog. You'll all be pleased to know she won't get worms this month. Thanks to me.
They don't care.
They were like, all right, Mum, stop being a pick-me.
Yeah,
You know.
that is a bit.
So
main
not only have
character
I
syndrome.
wormed the dog, I'm now a pick-me. And everyone's just rolling their eyes because I'm being annoying. So it was really midlife.
Okay, well
Midlife
done.
was raging this week.
Just before we dive into your dilemmas, a quick disclaimer. We're not doctors or healthcare professionals, are we?
No, we are just two middle-aged women who know not a lot. Well, quite a lot, but sometimes not a lot. It depends on the day. It depends if we've got brain fog.
So if there is an issue that you are seriously struggling with, please contact a qualified expert.
Or someone that knows a bit better.
Uh-oh.
What's our first dilemma?
Uh-oh. I mean, the title says it all.
Go on.
I caught my husband watching porn.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Nicole. I'd love to know what you think of this situation. I am 39, so not quite, but sort of 40-ish. My
Well, I
husband...
love that you're listening to the show because a lot of people have asked, oh, I'm
Can
not
I
quite in
listen?
my...
I'm 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely, you can listen.
My husband is 43. We have 2 small kids. The other night, the little one woke up, so I went down to settle him. And when I came back to bed, I caught my husband watching porn on his iPad. He quickly tried to put it down, but I heard it before I saw the 2 seconds of it on the screen, and I knew what it was immediately. I was so tired, I didn't have it in me to confront him, but I've been stewing over it ever since.
Why is she stewing?
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like him watching it.
Obviously not.
I
I
mean,
don't think that's the biggest thing in the whole wide world that he's watching porn, do you?
saves her a job.
Well, it might not. It might create a job, actually. I mean, Would you? I've never walked in and caught Adam watching porn, but would I care? I mean,
I think I would care depending on the content.
and also where you're at in your own sex life cycle. I mean, James is just crashing
James
and
is literally like
he's
doing
like
some
rebuilding
building
the
work
studio.
out in the hallway.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, depending on where you guys are at, because that goes in cycles too. You know, I can't keep talking about this on this show because what happens is, right, the whole sex life thing, what happens is that our lovely social media manager, Becca, she then cuts the reels and then she cuts these pieces because they're good for TikTok and they're good for socials. And then what happens is they end up on my children's feed and then it ends up on my children's friends' feed about me talking about my sex life. And that is not cool.
And what also happens is you get loads of men on TikTok and they're never pleasant and they say things like, you know what? I don't even want to put it out there because they'll do it anyway. I don't need to waste my breath. It'll all be in the comments. It'll be things like, you know, oh, well, if you don't do the XYZ, it's no wonder they're watching porn and blah, 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 all that, you know. For me, it's about what is on that screen. I don't want to
just say it's
I don't want to kink shame anyone.
Let's just say it's generic porn.
Generic.
Yeah.
She doesn't say it's not generic.
Right. So let's assume it's generic.
Okay, let's please assume that, because I would just say if it's not generic, for me that's where there's an issue.
Okay. So if it's generic, what are you going to do?
Or let's say it was like gay porn.
Oh no, well that's a different thing. Then there is an issue. There's an issue. She didn't say anything like that.
It's generic porn.
Yeah. I'm laughing at what a TikTok reel that's going to make.
Yeah.
It's generic porn.
It's just generic. Okay. I'm not a consumer of porn or a big fan. I don't think it's really sex as a spectator's sport. Do it. Don't do it. I don't really see the fun in watching it. There you go, Becca. There's your TikTok reel for me to be trolled over. But so I'm not into it. I know there's like ethical porn and there's porn directed by women and there's porn that doesn't kind of take women who don't have many options in life and then make sure they're sexually abused for money.
You're going too deep into this, the world of porn.
Yeah.
She's saying, she's asking, what would you do? Would you have a go at him? Would you confront him? Would you leave it? Like, what would you do? If you walk in and you've come up in the middle of the night, okay, you don't have small children anymore, and you come up at 11 o'clock at night and you're going to bed and Ollie is sat there in bed. Sorry, Ollie.
Oh, sorry, Ollie.
I mean, it's so not Ollie. Okay, let's say your friend said it to you.
Yeah.
And they walk in on their husband, on their iPad, watching porn. What are you going to tell her?
I mean, there are some options, right? Either you're like, my first question would be, what kind of porn were they watching? And then it's
You're
like,
actually cringing here.
I'm a bit. And then it'll be like, either join in or say,
but if he's
what are you watching?
But she said it's in the middle of the night, so then she's not going to want to have sex in the middle of the night. She's just settled her child. She's just not going to do that. She's not going to go mum hat to like sex kitten hat, is she? She's just not going to be able to do that. Well, I can't.
I've done that. It's really difficult. You can, but it's hard.
I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah.
Let that settle. You've gone from mum to sex kitten in the matter of what, minutes?
I've literally been mid special cuddle, had to pop downstairs, breastfeed a baby, pop back upstairs, carry on. Done that. It's hard to switch.
That is like, you know what? Being a woman is hard.
It's really, that is fucking multitasking, my friend.
Being a woman
is multitasking.
Is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, you have to go from having sex to breastfeeding to having sex again. All in an instant.
But I managed, Nicole. I managed.
That's because you are amazing. Women are amazing.
Women are fabulous. I guess the only thing is she bothered by it? Which
yes,
clearly
because she's
is,
written in.
Because she's written in. So if you are bothered, have a chat about it. Something along the lines of, is this something you do often?
Or is there something lacking in their sex life? Maybe that's the problem.
Or maybe they've got a baby and a toddler and she's
didn't say a baby and a toddler, did she?
Well, she said the youngest woke up. So I don't know. I'm saying that she says 2 young kids. Maybe she's
it's hard.
Maybe
it's
she's
hard
just
to
really
have
tired.
a really exciting sex life when you have really young children.
Maybe she's just knackered. And you know what? That's okay as well.
No, it's okay for her to be knackered.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And it's okay for him to be watching porn.
I think it's okay.
It's all right.
I think it's all okay, but it's not okay for her.
I don't feel like you've put much of your own stuff into this. I feel like I have, shared quite a lot of information here. You've not
What have
shared.
you shared?
I've told you my story. I have told you I'm not a consumer of porn. I've shared.
You've got a vulnerability hangover, and now you're coming for me.
Now you are sharing nothing.
What do you want me to
Are you
share?
a consumer of porn?
Listen, I've just said, right?
Oh, it's a politician's answer.
No, I've just said that I don't like talking about my sex life anymore because it goes not viral on TikTok, but it ends up on like my friends, my kids' feeds, and it's not cool.
Right, I'm taking that as a yes.
No, I don't
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
I actually don't.
Would you have a problem if Adam was or does? I don't want to know the answer to that, but would you have a problem with
I'm
it?
not answering then.
Okay.
Why are you coming for me?
I kind of like don't want to know the answer, but also I do. But also I don't. I have to see Adam. And I don't want to know. There are things about him I
you're about
don't
to see
need
Adam
to-
after this
There are
record.
things about him I don't need to know.
And also, I think it's okay for you and I to have some boundaries. You were very happy to share that with me. You were very happy to share
I mean,
that.
I wasn't very happy, but I am also recording a podcast with you. So if I sat in silence, it wouldn't make much of a show, would it? You know what I mean?
I think this question has thrown up a lot.
Yeah, it has. More
You're
than maybe it
feeling
should have
very
done.
vulnerable.
I do. A little bit, yeah.
It's okay.
Thanks.
It's okay to say that you were having sex and then you had to go and breastfeed.
No, I'm fine with that.
Oh,
Because
well,
actually, I feel like I totally bossed that night. I don't think anyone had any complaints. Ollie nor the baby. Everyone's needs were met.
Were yours?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Everyone's needs were met. Lovely.
it was fine.
Right. So what bit are you worried about?
I don't want to know about Adam's porn habits or not.
But
I
you
don't want to
asked.
know. I don't want to know. Don't answer.
And I'm not going to because, there has to be some limits as to what we share on here.
Agreed.
I'm not asking about Ollie's.
No, don't do that either. So
You were very happy to share your own thoughts about porn, and I love that for you.
okay. What do we tell this woman? It's fine. It's fine if you're tired and you're not wanting to have a lot of sex with your husband, or maybe you are.
She didn't even say any of
Or
that.
it's
She
fine if
didn't
he's watching
say
porn.
any of that. She doesn't like that he's watching porn, probably without her. Why doesn't she just join in? That's what I think. Get involved. Ask him if there's something that's lacking for them in their sex life, in his opinion. Maybe they just need to have that conversation.
Maybe they just need to get through this couple of years where everyone's tired and overwhelmed and then concentrate on it again. No pressure. I don't feel like she should have the added pressure of like, is the woman in the film doing something that I'm not, and shall I do that too?
Well, she's got the pressure now. It's there. The pressure's there. The thought is there. It's whirring. It's whirring.
Hence the email.
Hence the email. So if she's worried about it, she needs to have an open, fairly uncomfortable conversation with her husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not dinner conversation, is
It's
it?
definitely not. I'm not even sure it's podcast conversation.
I think what she should do is arrange a date night,
Yeah.
have a couple of drinks,
Mm-hmm.
loosen up a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then broach the subject.
I think people are going to have such polarizing opinions on this. I think 50% of the women are going to be like, meh, meh, he shouldn't be doing that. And the other half are going to be like, yeah, join in. What's your problem? Why are you such a prude? I think it's going to be a split opinion. Don't you? Or I love porn and we watch it together all the time, every night.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying there's
And there's
nothing
nothing wrong
with it.
if you don't like porn,
No.
and there's nothing wrong
But
if you do.
There's going to be a definite divide down the middle.
Well, we will see,
Mm.
won't we?
We will.
What an exciting time that will be when that reel hits.
Get Get softer, smoother, and more even-toned skin after just one use with the new Gentle Exfoliating line from Cetaphil. Formulated with a unique triple acid blend that promotes surface skin cell renewal, these gentle chemical exfoliators remove dead skin cells and refine skin's texture while hydrating, resulting in softer, smoother, more even-looking skin. Shop the new Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating line in the face and body aisles at your local Target store or online at Cetaphil.com.
I have a question.
Hit me with it.
Like, what is going on in the world of denim and jeans? Where are we with jeans? The whole world and scope and shape and model and sizing and everything has changed with jeans. And I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing.
It's funny you should say that, because only last night in bed, I was reading the Sunday Times style section, and there was a 3-page spread.
Yeah, on jeans.
Title being, "Brace yourselves, the skinny jean is back." Apparently, it's back.
But it hasn't been gone that long.
It hasn't been gone that
long. I
long.
haven't not worn a skinny jean for that long.
Kate Moss has been seen out in hers again, as has her daughter Lila. Very trendy. And basically, this was quite good for us, I thought. The crux of it was people are looking online, like searches for skinny jeans have gone up 50%, but on like Vinted and places where they resell jeans. And they said the thing is, there's nothing better than worn jeans, but you've probably got your own very worn in pair that you haven't worn for ages because skinny jeans went out, but now you can wear them again and they're yours and they belong to you.
I'm sorry, I feel like they've only been out, and maybe I've missed something.
They've been out a few years.
For like a year.
I think it's been more like 2 years.
But it's not long.
But do you feel
for
like
them
you
to make a comeback?
Could you go back?
You know, I miss a skinny jean because I think it's classic and it's very easy to wear any top with a skinny jean and to make it look smart. The baggy jean look is difficult to pull off in a smart environment.
Agreed. And do you know my other problem with a baggier jean? Boots. You cannot wear a boot with a baggy jean or a big leg. You need a skinny.
Yeah, and also like, or a pump. Can't wear a pump.
I mean,
with a baggy jean.
You can if it's cropped.
No, but I also the baggy jean thing. They all need turning up.
Yeah.
So the trainer thing is okay.
Yeah.
But then heels works. Heels is good.
I can't do a heel in a baggy jean. I know you can, and you can pull that off, but I can't.
You can. I've never seen you do it.
Because it's just I can't do it.
I don't think you have any baggy jeans.
I'm wearing them today.
Let's have a look, because a lot of your baggy jeans, if you don't mind me saying it, are too big. I think you've sized up too much.
I sent back the last pair because you were like, "Why are you wearing those? They're too big." And then you pulled on the waistband like my mum would do. Yeah. Stuck your hand down the front of it, literally.
I did not stick my hand down the front of it.
Look how big they are. Look how big they are. It's like, oh, fuck.
Did I stick my hand down?
And I was like,
that is so inappropriate.
I was like, she's right. And then I sent them back. So thanks for that anyway, because they were
my
too
God,
big.
I went full on Jewish mother on you.
But they were too big. You were correct.
Let's see these then.
Wearing like a boyfriend.
A boyfriend. No, they're okay. They're okay.
Yeah, they're not too big.
They're a little big. I've got to be honest. If you could do half a size smaller, but you can't.
They are actually a size bigger than I would normally wear. But when I went down the size, they didn't look the same.
They're too tight.
They didn't look,
They're too tight.
It wasn't the right fit. So yeah, where are we with jeans? It's a big question.
Sorry to say again.
Yeah.
I don't think boyfriend jeans are in.
I love a boyfriend jean.
I do too. But I feel very like mumsy in a boyfriend jean. Please don't say I'm a mum. I know I'm a mum.
Do you?
I'm well aware of it. But I think my worst feeling in the world is feeling mumsy.
I actually don't feel mumsy in a boyfriend jean. I feel like a teenage boy.
So
in a good way. I mean that in a good way. I feel like relaxed, comfortable. I feel good in them.
Will you resonate with the teenage boy because you have many of them?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who this is good news for. This is good news for my husband because he loves a skinny jean and he does not like me in the baggies. He likes form-fitting. He likes to see what's on offer at the farmer's market.
Of course he does.
Why am I calling myself a farmer's market? I don't know.
Whenever I come down in something tight,
yes.
Adam always, it doesn't matter what it is, he's like, "Oh, you look great."
They're very visual creatures, men, aren't they? Visual.
I mean, I never, ever, ever get my boobs out. You would never see me with my boobs out.
No.
But I'm just saying, if something is like quite fitted, he loves it.
Because it's hard for them to imagine there's a bottom.
Well, he doesn't need to imagine. We've been together 20 years.
I know, but it's like, of a Tuesday morning, it's hard for them to imagine that under a loose top and some baggy jeans is a bosom and a bottom. But they like to be reminded, oh, there it is. I can see it now. That's better. It's weird.
I am currently in a horseshoe jean.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. It's a funny style of jean.
It is. And I have bought quite a few and I feel like they won't be around this time next year.
Agreed.
And I'm going to have all these pairs of jeans
What
and I'm not going to be able to wear
them.
Because they're not classic, like a skinny or a boyfriend.
No, or a flare.
No, flares, I'm sorry, but no. Flares are just a no.
I love a flare jean.
Well, like a bell bottom. I think if you wore the bell bottom the first time around, this is my rule in life. If you wore it the first time, you should not be wearing it the second.
Oh, what about leggings, my friend? Because you wear them a lot.
No need to be bitchy.
Well, come on. You're breaking your own rule.
What leggings did I wear?
What, you didn't wear leggings as a kid? In the 80s, everyone wore leggings. They were like a thing. It was the first time they happened. Mad Lizzie and all that. Mad Lizzie.
Mad Lizzie wore a leotard.
Britain, on top of the leggings.
Tights. Wasn't it tights and leg warmers?
Leg warmers,
anyway,
yeah. You've got leg warmers. I've seen them.
I have got leg warmers.
There you go. You wore them the first time, presumably?
Presumably. It's like allegedly. There's no evidence.
I didn't know you in the 80s. I would like to have done, but I didn't.
Listen, I wear leggings a lot but that's my gym wear stuff.
Yeah. I know you're going to say, like, what else am I supposed to wear in the gym?
What else am I supposed to wear in the gym?
Know. I mean, I would almost die on the spot if you wore a high-cut purple leotard with a belt at the gym. I just can't tell you how much I would love that whole look for you.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't love that for me. You would love that for you.
If you went the full flash dance.
By the way, I know you haven't been in a gym very often.
Whatever.
That no one dresses like that in the gym.
I know, that's why I'm saying I wish you would rock that in the David Lloyd gym. High cut leotard, high cut like over the hip bones. Belt, maybe a sweatband across the forehead and some leg warmers.
I could see you in that look more than me.
I'd fucking love to wear that look. I lost about 8 stone.
Mind you, I was saying that, but jumpsuits. I used to wear jumpsuits when I was little. I'm wearing them again.
I didn't.
Well, I did.
I tell you what, I did used to wear a sweatshirt dress. That was a very 80s look for me.
That was a very 80s look. You still wearing a sweatshirt dress? You would?
I so would, but not a mini one. I used to wear minis. Not anymore.
No.
Too old for a mini.
I would never wear a mini anything.
When does that stop?
Mine stopped a while ago. A long time ago. I've never liked my legs though.
Is 40 the cut-off for a mini?
No. I think if you've got good legs or you like your legs or you're comfortable in a mini, you should wear a mini. If you're 40, 50, 60, 70 or even 80, you do what you like. I don't like these societal expectations and like these norms that are put on women as to what they can and can't wear down to their age. They don't do that with men.
But can I just say,
they don't do that with men.
If your mum popped over on a Friday afternoon with her egg mayonnaise in a mini dress, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised.
Well, I'd think
be
she
like,
was having a breakdown. That's not really how she.
It's a look.
It's not how she rolls. My mum doesn't roll that way. Neither does your mum.
Oh no, my mum very much does roll that way.
What, she wears a mini dress?
She only fairly recently stopped. Yeah, she's got good legs.
Interesting.
What can I tell you?
Have we solved this? I don't know where we're at with jeans. And now they're telling me that the skinny is back. I'm confused. It's confusing. Am I wearing a horseshoe? Am I wearing a skinny? Am I wearing a flare? Am I wearing a straight? Am I wearing a boyfriend? Am I wearing the mum cut?
Oh, a mom jean.
Yeah, MOM. Am I wearing a Jamie? Am I wearing a
I have a few pairs of the mom jeans and I actually quite like them. I thought I would hate them, that sort of carrot shape, but I kind of like them. Slightly cropped, not too tight. I'm into it. All I know is this. I will never stop wearing jeans. I truly love them. I would say close to 20 pairs.
Yeah.
And I truly love them.
Yeah. But you go through phases, don't you? I wear like 3 pairs of jeans at any one time.
Yeah,
the same 3 pairs, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I like a light wash in the summer. I like a dark wash in the winter. I like black for going out.
But it's not helping what kind of shape we're wearing.
I don't know, but whatever's going, I'll go with it
Well,
for as long as I can before it becomes inappropriate.
Well, you're not going to wear the horseshoe, are you?
I don't think I can pull off
At
a
what
horseshoe.
age do you find your style and you stick with it, and then you're like, oh, this is just my
I think we're supposed to be there by now.
I don't think we are.
Well, we definitely are.
I think that's harsh.
Sorry. Oh, Nicole. Brace yourself. Tempted by an old flame.
Oh, dear.
Hi, 40-ish ladies. Here's my dilemma. Please keep me anonymous. We will. I am 44 and married for some time with a couple of kids. Last week, a group of us went to the pub for a few drinks. My husband had a work dinner, so I went alone. We have some friends who have recently divorced. Oh, here it comes. The husband was my original friend of many years.
Oh, dear.
We did have a very short-lived thing, in inverted commas, in our early 20s before either of us were married. The sex was hot, but it was no big deal.
Okay. A fling.
I had driven to the pub and he hadn't, so he asked me for a lift home.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We chatted about nothing in particular, but I could feel there was a bit of a vibe. Oh, you always know when there's a vibe. It's unmistakable, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When we got to his road, he asked me in for a nightcap.
Oh, please tell me she said no.
I did think about it, but I said no thanks and I went straight home.
Well done, you.
I can't stop thinking about it though, and I feel both excited and a bit horrified at myself for even contemplating it, and if anything would have happened if I'd said yes. Oh, sticky. It's sticky.
You know what? Chemistry is chemistry, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you have to act on that chemistry.
No.
And that you have to feel guilty for it. Chemistry is chemistry. You're not doing anything wrong by just having a chemistry with somebody else.
I also think she is being quite harsh on herself.
Yes, I agree.
And kind of beating herself up a bit for having a feeling of excitement about something that could have happened, but actually when it came down to it, it didn't, because she made the active decision to say no thanks, because she got that there was something there that could have led to something that she didn't want, and so she stamped it down.
Or she wanted it for 5 minutes, but you don't need all the other stuff that comes with it.
And also, this guy is recently divorced.
Yep, it's a mess.
He's vulnerable.
Yep.
There's all sorts of stuff that he's got going on that, you know, might get mixed up in this. And I suppose, listen, she's a human being, and long marriages are probably not as exciting as flings. And I understand, but I do think she's being a bit harsh on herself.
She's definitely being hard on herself, because she hasn't done anything wrong.
No.
She absolutely hasn't done anything wrong.
And actually, neither's he, because you don't know. He may have invited her in. They literally may have had a coffee and moaned about his ex-wife.
He didn't invite her in for a coffee. Everybody knows that.
He's
trying his luck. He's trying his luck, but he's recently divorced. Not that he should be doing that with a married woman, obviously. But, you know, she made the right decision, and now she's kind of left with a little bit of a hangover from it. And it's like, well, where do I put this charged up chemistry? What do I do with it? You wait for it to subside, I guess.
Which it will.
Because there's nothing else you can do with it.
Yeah.
Or you pour it into having some nice hot sex with your husband.
That's also a good plan.
Well, you've got to channel it, haven't you? Because you've got to go somewhere. And also, you know, sometimes it's probably taken her by surprise.
Yeah.
Because when you're in a long marriage, obviously these things don't crop up very often.
No.
And when they do, it's surprising and a bit uncomfortable.
And could bring up some uncomfortable stuff, and maybe memories of like when they were in their 20s and it was quite hot and all of that stuff. And, you know, peak.
Did I ever tell you the story? I actually can't believe I'm about to tell this.
Come on.
I think I must have told you. But I'll tell the people listening at home about the landscape gardener.
You have told me, but you do now need to tell the listeners.
So I went out with this landscape gardener years ago, way before I'd met my husband. And we had this 6-month fling, and it was great. And it was great.
Everything you could imagine it would be with a landscape gardener.
It was great.
Very good with his hands.
Anyway, when I was pregnant with my second, I was at my mum's house. I don't know why I was at my mum's house, but I was, and I was having a sleep. I was very heavily pregnant, because she was looking after Daisy. So Daisy was very little at the time. And I went over to her and I went upstairs to have a sleep. And they just moved into this house. And I woke up and I could hear a familiar voice. Everyone knows where this is going. I could hear a familiar voice. I thought, I know that voice. I know that voice. I came downstairs, I'm like all disheveled. I'm like 8.5 months pregnant. I'm a wreck. I'm exhausted. And I see, and my parents' house has got like glass doors. So you can see out onto the garden, you can see into the house. I noticed that the landscape gardener, that very landscape gardener who I hadn't seen for many years, was suddenly landscaping my parents' garden.
How did he look?
You know, he looked how he used to look.
Time had been kind.
Anyway, so I did what any respectable woman would do. I hid. I picked up my child and I got the fuck out of there, right? Because...
No, he didn't need to see you like that. Keep the memory as it was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, a couple of months later, we had also moved house, right? It was just... Oh, no, it was a couple of years later. Yes, it was a couple of years later. We had also moved house. And my husband said to me... we need to do all the landscaping, the front garden and the back garden. He said, I've got some people coming around to quote. I mean, you know where this is going. I've got some people coming around to quote. Can you be here at 4:00? I said, yes, I'll be here at 4:00. He said, I need you to meet the landscaper. He's going to give us all the ideas. Okay.
You'd met that landscaper before.
Obviously, what my husband had done is asked my dad, who landscaped your garden? And got the number.
Yeah. Little did he know.
My husband was late to turn up to the meeting, and we weren't living in the house at the time. And I turned up and I waited, and then I could see him walking up the road, and I'm like, I cannot actually believe that he is now here, and now we have to talk about the landscaping.
We now have to talk about the trimming of my bush.
And he looked at me and I looked at him, and it was like, oh my God, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Give each other a really awkward hug.
Yeah.
And then my husband arrived and he's like, oh, such and such, Nicole, this is such and such. And we were like, yeah, we actually, we know each other.
Yeah, I've given him a run around the garden before.
It was, so then I had to tell my husband later. Like my hands are sweaty just thinking about it. And I said to him, I'm sure he's a very good landscaper. In fact, I know he is because my parents' garden is amazing. He cannot landscape our garden. He's like, why? I said, because I know him. He's like, right. I'm like, no, I know him.
Biblically.
Yeah. He's like, okay.
I don't need him topless drinking a Diet Coke while I'm standing in the house looking out the bedroom window in my bathrobe kind of vibes.
That's our show, 40ish. I feel like we've done a lot of talking.
Well, that is the point of the podcast.
We've done a lot of dilemmaing.
Yeah.
Haven't we? Lots of solving, problem solving. We've talked about landscaping. We've talked about porn. We've talked about chemistry. We've talked about genes.
I'm tired.
We've talked about worming the dog. I mean, we have talked about a lot. There is a lot of 40-ish stuff in this particular episode. I'm very proud of us.
Just keep it coming in, listeners. We love it.
Oh, we have never been happier.
No.
There is nothing that makes me happier than when an email comes in from one of our listeners.
Agreed.
Honestly, it lights me up.
Whether it's a dilemma, a story, a rant,
doesn't matter.
Something embarrassing, we just share it with us. Sharing is caring, and we want to hear it all.
We want to hear it all, and it makes us so happy.
It does. So please email us at hello@40ish.co.uk, or you can DM us on your socials if you're a kind of cool 40ish person.
At 40ish.podcast. That's Instagram, that's TikTok, that's Facebook.
And YouTube. You can watch this on YouTube. Did you know that?
Did you know that?
Yeah, I totally did.
Did you? You are so down with it now.
Locked myself out of TikTok, but I do know we're on YouTube.
I don't know if you can watch this on YouTube.
You can.
Have you checked?
No.
You see, she does that a lot.
I trust Becca. She does our socials, and if she says it's there, it's there.
I totally trust Becca.
Yeah.
I trust Becca more than I trust myself.
You know why I trust her? Because she's
in
not,
her 20s.
Yeah, she's not 40ish. She's 20. She's 20ish. So she knows.
Her brain is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back next week with a brand new show. Please be in touch. hello@40ish.co.uk.
I've already said that.
I know, I'm saying it again.
Okay, great.
It's down below if you forget it again. I did forget that you told them that. And we will be back next week.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Grace, host of Red Rum True Crime Podcast. These cases focus on the true victims of crime. Why not jump in at episode 114, the tragic murder of Jasmine and Aaliyah? The main suspect in this case gave an extremely bizarre interview to a number of press reporters whilst he was drunk and reportedly high. He speaks about an awful lot on camera and has this completely inappropriate laughing and chuckling response when talking about the case. He may even have thought he was gonna get away with the double murder he'd been accused of, but what he didn't know was that 2 undercover officers were on their way to catch him out, and he easily and willingly took the bait. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Red Rum True Crime. That's Red Rum, murder backwards, REDRUM True Crime.